What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today is September the 11th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, we did just have the dreaded CPI. So month over month came in at 0.4, forecast of 0.3, year over year came at 2.9 versus the forecast of 2.8. So not necessarily the best. Although if we kind of look at the true data behind the scenes, it does show that the energy did go up 0.7. So if you just do the basic math, other basket items did go down quite dramatically. So in reality, the data is somewhat good. Of course, the market always tends to react based on this. And then, of course, throughout the trading day, they have this epiphany and like, hey, you know what? The data maybe isn't all that bad. So if you kind of compare yesterday's PPI data to the true data for CPI for today, it's not all that bad, in my opinion. Market seems to be dragging down a little bit. So Dow is up 0.07, SP up 0.07, NASDAQ up 0.06. But in my opinion, it should recover. We'll just have to wait and see though. SoFi is up slightly. No news from them, no SEC filings. 8.4% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 98 million shares overall are being shorted. So I don't anticipate them to be that active. Right now with that 25.56, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. So 25.96 is going to be that key one to watch for. And this is no different than what I've stated the last two trading days. So just watch for that. Best case scenario, it does close above that. 25.10 is going to be a strong support. Opendoor. So they are getting a lot of volume today, the most heavily traded so far in the pre-market, and that is because of them announcing a new CEO, along with a couple of board members, looks like new PIPE investing as well. So this is something that investors have been waiting very long for, and in reality it's kind of a month or so, but still. 24.81% of the free floats being shorted. So yesterday's shorts did increase almost about 9 million shares. So anticipate them to be fairly active today. That does work out to be 163 million shares overall are being shorted though. A couple of key points with it at 767. It is trading between this R3 and this R2. So during the overnight, it did kind of go to this 818, bounced off of this. So we do know this is a very strong resistance point. So just kind of watch for that. If best case scenario does close above that, then anticipate most likely 10s. And then dependent on that, 12s. So no different than what I mentioned when we were hitting that $4 range. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from that $8. So moral of the story today, just watch for 818. You might see some volatility and some consolidation, but I think overall it should get close to that 818 again during the trading day. NIO is up 1.57%, and I think that's just because of the market actually having just taken a breath. Looking at what happened yesterday, so it went down 8.92% because of them issuing shares. Of course, I don't think anyone likes dilution at all, but I think in reality, it might have been overdone. So most likely that is why it is higher this morning. During the pre-market, shorts aren't doing anything. 12.7% of the free floats being shorted, works to be 197 million shares overall are being shorted. With it at 581, it is trading between this S1 and this S2. So 572 is going to be a strong support. And then 589 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So for those of you that are day traders, swing traders, just kind of watch for that. Ticker is WLDS, so it is up 26%. They did put out news this morning. Regrettably, it looks like it's a pricing for the 4 million registered direct offering. And I absolutely hate to see this. Any stock kind of gaining a little bit of momentum. So yesterday it went up 407%. It's a little bit more than a little, but they just dilute. I absolutely hate to see this. And interestingly enough, though, the market is still bringing it higher, up 26 now, 28%. Regarding shorts, though, it's really skewed. So it does show 123% of the free floats being shorted. So maybe this is why people are gravitating towards this. 1.12 million shares overall are being shorted. Shares on loan, 1.17. One thing that does usually skew Ortex is if a stock has done a recent reverse stock split, and last time this stock has done one is March 17th 2025, where they did a 1 for 4. So that wouldn't really be skewing that. So maybe this is just a squeeze play. So do your own due diligence, of course. Right now with that 664, it's above all the key fib levels, pretty much on every single level. So no point in really going over that. Just watch for the whole numbers in reality if you're going to be day trading or swing trading. Last but not least, ticker's AMST. So it is up 60% because of this news right here. So they did report 63% revenue growth from Nurse Magic Enterprise. So I don't really know too much about this company, but clearly this is good news in reality. Regarding shorts, it's not heavily shorted, so 2.05% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 60,000 shares. And with it right now at 435, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. So just watch for 426 to be a strong support, and then 595 to be that next strong target / resistance. So today is going to be an interesting day, good for day trades in my opinion. But once the market does actually realize that CPI is not as bad as what maybe was reacting to, then things will start to move higher. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, pop over to my Patreon, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.